There are few questions about Indian history that nobody questions, even our detractors. One is its continuity. I'll come to continuity later. One is its antiquity, that it is one of the oldest civilizations. And probably the human life had evolved and the society had perfected itself to a very high this thing. Now, who did it, whether they were the original people or they came from outside, they may be biased about that. But they all concede that this is a civilization of antiquity. Second is that it is a continuity. That is, if it started 4,000 or 5,000 years before this thing, BC or this thing, it had been continuous till today. There is no disruption in that. So it was the continuity. And the third feature was its a vast expanse. It was not a small hamlet that you find somewhere with a developed island or something like that. It is right from the river Oxus to probably Southeast Asia and others, where the footprints of the civilization were very. Now the paradox is this, that when you think on this expanse of 6,000 or 8,000 years of the continuous history of in such a vast area, the narrative that has been brought is that probably the first chapter about Indian history in any of the Western this thing, it starts with Alexander. That Alexander was the first this thing as if he discovered India. And it was the victory of the West over the East. He conquered India. Actually, he only came to the border of India to Jhelum and then probably was not able to proceed further, and thereafter that was the end of him. But the fact remains that the entire history of the Western this thing you find, when the history of India or the history of the West is narrated, this is about the history of Alexander. Now, Justice William Jones, who was in Calcutta High Court from 1746 to 1792, he had written, and he became a big Sanskrit scholar and he studied Sanskrit here. He said that nowhere in any Sanskrit literature or Pali literature or Prakrit literature or the local dialects, I could find any mention of Alexander. There is no mention. Where there was a copious literature written by not only him, but also the subsequent Greek generals like Menander, who later became Milan, and others, that there was no dispute. It was a non-event.